Hello and welcome to the conclusion to week 4 of Football Rivals College League. Tonight we have the red hot Notre Dame Fighting Irish traveling to Georgia, the city of Atlanta, to take on Georgia Tech and Noah Roberts. Noah Roberts and the Tech Yellow Jackets are 1-1 overall, as Notre Dame has came in and they're 2-0, 2-0 in the conference, 2-1 overall. And they are trying to stake a claim here as you see the player intros, player entries fire up. Crowd's getting ready to go. And let's get ready for Football Rivals football. Noah Roberts has came in and made a big difference tonight, or this year so far, in the Tech Yellow Jackets. He's came in and they've changed the offense. They've made a great stride. They're doing good. They're beating teams they should not beat. They had a huge upset in week 1. Then they lost week 2 to a team that was subpar. And here we go. And they are in home confines tonight, ready to take on one of the top 10 teams in the nation in Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish. Notre Dame's quarterback is also one of the best in the country. He's definitely on the draft boards across the league as we get ready for the pro draft coming up in about 3 months. And we have kickoff here, as it looks like Notre Dame in their green jerseys will take the ball first on offense. Georgia Tech is wearing the black jerseys, of course, with the big GT on their helmet. Notre Dame's offense is mainly driven here, as you can see, by Martin Ross. Didn't have a good game last week, 12 carries for 38 yards, but he is the driving factor on this offense as Notre Dame comes out with 3 wide. Tight end came tight at the last second. And they do hand it off to Ross on a counter, and he punches the first defender in the face and bounces off and turns a nothing into a 3-yard positive gain. You see Ross there. He wears the full gear like he's going roller derbying. Notre Dame comes out in a bunch spread formation, 2-2 on each side. Takes the snap, drops back, quick release for another little 5-yard gain, and it's going to be 3rd and 2 for the Fighting Irish here. I was saying Noah Roberts is a freshman or a first-year player here in the Football Rivals College League. Each college player plays 2 seasons and then goes into the pro draft as Notre Dame comes out 2 wide, 2 tight, man in motion from right to left. Takes the snap, and it's an option, and he's brutally smacked in the backfield by number 99 there. It's like the defensive end, 98, sorry. The defensive end comes in and just smacks him, lays the lumber, whatever you want to say. Turns around, and they both just intersect and meet in the backfield for a 3-yard loss, sorry. And it will be 4th and 5. And Notre Dame's first offensive attempt does not get very far, as they will punt it away to Roberts and this offense. Punt is up, and the return is non-existent. Noah Roberts comes from a high school in Georgia where they ran a lot of triple option, a lot of option reads. He came in here to Georgia Tech, and they tried to install a little bit of that. In the first week, they did really well, as you see right there. Roberts with the speed option to the left side just gets smacked in the backfield by number 66 of the Irish. Just too fast. These defenses are just too fast coming up from high school into college. As Roberts, again, is a first-year starter. He's doing great. He's having a great year. He's an early nominee for quarterback of the year so far. They come out in that option, dive up the middle. That time they run the option, and he reads it perfectly, and he gets 13.5 yards on a 2nd and 14. They get 13.5, big number 43, rumbling up the middle there. You got to think, if anyone's listening, Georgia Tech might be the school you want to go to as a halfback, because they do get a lot of touches. As he hands it off to he gives to the halfback again. He bumbles up through the middle and gets the first down. And Georgia Tech's in business here as they're just bouncing off the tackles and getting it. Notre Dame's coming out in a 3-3-5, it looks like here, which is great for Georgia Tech to just keep running the ball down their throat. That should be their strategy all night if Notre Dame's going to give it to him. As he pulls, Roberts turns and gets the first. No, he gets 9.5 yards. As there's glimpses of Noah Roberts and what he can do on offense, as it's just insane. He has a lot of skill. He has a lot of talent. Now he's got to get the team around him to help build him up. As gives to the fullback up the middle, and he will get the first down as he gets about 2 on 2nd and inches. First down, Georgia Tech. The scoreboard is messed up down on the bottom. It will come back as soon as someone scores or we go into the second quarter. It does that intermittently. I do not know why. But regardless, Tech takes a snap as it's a play action. He hits the guy. I think that's the first pass of the game as he dots a guy about 12 yards behind the line of scrimmage, or in front of the line of scrimmage, and runs for about 5 or 6 more. And that was the first pass of the game. And you can see he was acting like he was streaking. Stutter, step, stop, turned, and gets the pass. And that was a great play by Roberts. Read the quarterback, or read the wide receiver perfectly, read the defensive back perfectly. And that's where you see Roberts has glimpses of possibly being QB1 in this league here. Shotgun formation. They're going to pass again as Roberts dumps it over the middle. Tight end. See, the tight end releases over the middle. No one picks him up in that zone coverage. The linebacker hands him off to the other linebacker. And it's just too quick of an exchange between Roberts and the tight end there, as it's going to be 2nd and 5. When this offense gets going, Georgia Tech can be a big score producer as they come out 5 wide. Roberts quick little tunnel screen to the left, but he doesn't quite tunnel it, so it's more just like a wide receiver screen as he takes the pass and takes off to the sideline as soon as he can for a 6-yard gain. Anytime they run a screen, anytime anyone runs a screen in this league, as long as they don't get a loss, it's a plus in my book as they come out 3 wide here. But it's screen, setting up the screen again to number 43. He's got blockers downfield, but he shakes the first guy and ends up losing a yard as he does get off that first tackler. Tries to go to the sideline, gets hit by a second guy, and loses a yard. As an ex-coach, an ex-owner in an organization, I do not like screens, especially wide receiver screens, but I realize they're part of the game now, and some teams like to use them heavily. Unfortunately, that kills the drive for the Yellow Jackets, and they will attempt the field goal to get the first points on the field on the game. Kick is up, and it is good. And Georgia Tech pulls up to a 3-0 lead against the Fighting Irish. Just take a minute here to let you guys know the score that is shown. If it is a user-submitted game, that score means nothing, but that one does. It looks like Navy will upset Mississippi State. But when we go to the Pro League that is currently being built, we had a great meeting this weekend with some guys that are going to help build the league. Some top-notch guys that are going to help build the mod, build the league, build the organizations, the custom teams, the fields, everything we need to make this league continue to grow. And it's some pretty big names that are doing it. So we'll talk about that later in maybe a podcast or a league-wide video. But back to the field, back to the coverage as Notre Dame tight end goes in motion from left to right. 4 wide, they hand it off up the middle to Ross. He bounces off the tackle, he gets outside, and he gets a 5-yard run. That was a lot of foot juking and jiving for a 5-yard run. As you see, Ross there is now 2 rushes for 8 yards, and the Irish have 2nd and 5. All these second-year guys are being looked at heavily by the owners that are coming in as they speed sweep to the right. Wide receiver takes it. He's got room. A 13-yard rush by Hairston. Good play there by the Irish. They saw some mismatches on the outside and realized that Ross couldn't get it on the ground. He's being keyed in too much, so they ran a little wide receiver sweep. Come out shotgun. Play action to Ross. They take a shot downfield, and he's got a man about 12 yards deep. And that's Hairston again. Hairston. First down, Irish. As he goes, he's gonna be Scottish in my book though. He's gonna be Hairston, not Hairston. And it's 1st and 10 for the Irish. Sorry guys, gotta have a little fun with it, right? As Georgia Tech comes out in their 4-2-5, it's more like a dime set for them. Irish take the shotgun, takes a shot downfield, and he takes a playbook. They take a play out of the book of Georgia Tech and Roberts. Take a big shot for 12 or 14 yards and come right back. Clay Waller is the quarterback that I was talking about for the Irish, who is on top of a lot of draft boards. Wide receiver in motion. They run the speed sweep again. The little wide receiver sweep as Butler gets it this time for a 5-yard rush. He turned and cut it right up the middle. Didn't like what he saw outside and picks up 5 yards for the Irish and brings up 2nd and 5. As now Notre Dame is driving against this Georgia Tech defense. 3 wide left. They hand it right up the middle, and the Yellow Jackets are blitzing. The Yellow Jackets are swarming. You're not getting past that B swarm. As 5 Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets meet him in the backfield for a 0 gain. And it will be 3rd and 5 for Notre Dame. They come out 5 wide, empty set. Waller takes the snap. He's getting blitzed right up the gut by the defensive tackle, and he gets the pass off for a 1st down to Kenneth Phillips for a 6-yard reception. And 1st down, Fighting Irish. That was a great offensive play by Waller and the Irish as they let the defensive tackle, I don't know if they let him go. I don't think they did on that play. But regardless, it's 1st and 10 as Waller takes another snap back, and defensive tackle's getting in on his face again. It takes a shot downfield, and it's an interception. He throws an interception as the Irish were driving. Foolish play. He thought he could get the receiver over the top, and he was in blanket coverage. That, ladies and gentlemen, will hurt your draft stock. Georgia Tech comes out running an option. He's got room to the left. He bounces off the first tackle and gets smacked in the face. As on that play, your coach is going, "Thank you. We will take the 1-yard gain," as he was pinballing and rolling around and got smacked in the face on 1st down on the option. They swallowed up that running back and the 1st and secondary options for the pitch. As Roberts comes out, he rolls to the left. He's the left-handed quarterback, but he's going to get hit. Big loss in the backfield by Daniel Stewart. 10-yard sack. 10-yard loss as it's number 66 again. We might have to look at this guy for defensive end and defensive tackle for the draft. See what year this guy's in, as he's having a big game against Roberts so far early in the 1st quarter. We are under a minute to go. And the Yellow Jackets face 3rd and 18, 3 wide right, receiver left. They set up a screen again. They hand it up and they get it to Walt. They get it to, number 43 there, Butler. And it's a 2-yard gain on 3rd and 18. And it will be 4th and 16 as the clock ticks down in the 1st quarter. And the Yellow Jackets boot it away. I will say, if you haven't seen the North Carolina, the NC State game yet, go watch it. We did have the first kickoff return for a touchdown in the Football Rivals League this weekend, as Ed Silva, who is going to be most likely the number 1 wide receiver option, and he will definitely be a top 10 draft pick projection. He returned a kickoff for a touchdown this weekend. Big play for NC State as they prove that they continue to have the Heisman in Smokey Smith. Sorry, I was looking at my roster sheet here. As Waller takes a step back, he's got all day. He takes a shot, he cocks it, and he gets a receiver downfield. 23-yard gain to Scott Jensen. And the way he wound up and cocked that, you thought he was about to launch an 80-yard pass as that ends the 1st quarter. We will go into the 2nd quarter here with a low-scoring game. A lot of action's gone. And the one, as you can see there, the one incomplete pass by Waller so far was the interceptions. They come out in a bunch set, 2 tight left. Tight end goes in motion to the left side. It's a pitch. It's a straight pitch to Ross on the left side. And he gets a 0-yard gain as the sweeps are either there or they're not, man. You got to have that guy that's just fast as crap and can read his blocks, because some guys will just sprint out there to a tackle. Some guys follow their blocks the right way. That was a little bit of both as they hand it off on another wide receiver sweep to the right, and he's strumbling and mumbling, and Hairston gets a negative 1-yard rush. As Brandon Mack for NC State came streaking across the linebackers tackling air there. He was there, but needless to say, regardless, it will be 3rd and 11 as both defenses are putting these offenses in big 3rd down plays here. And we finally see a touchdown here as Notre Dame Waller takes a shot over the middle, and he's going to get about 6 yards, and Jensen and Waller will bring up 4th and 5 as Georgia Tech holds them again to a 4th down. It'll be 4th and 5, and the field goal should tie it, pending a disaster here on about a 34-yard field goal attempt. And it's up. And we have a tie ball game at 3. As I take a water break, you take a break and look at this studio update. All right, I'm rehydrated and back to go. If you have not seen the Saturday night game called by Skip Lloyd, who is by far the superior counterpart to myself calling games, go watch the Saturday night game. It was a great game. Let's take that back. It was a blowout. I'll spoil alert it. Sorry. It was a blowout. Texas A&M showed why they're just flexing their muscle on everyone right now, as they have switched playbooks and are just clicking on all sides of the field now, not relying on Kai Cash. As Roberts tries to take off, that was not a design run, and the young Roberts gets a 3-yard sack. As he would have had a little patience, he would have had a guy wide open on the arrow route right there. We are approaching 6 minutes in the first half. Roberts in this offense, they've got to kind of really get something going as the southpaw takes a shot downfield. He hits him in stride with a big hit as Savoy catches it for the 15-yard reception. Roberts on the frozen rope between 2 defenders there. That was a great pass. As 87 Savoy and Roberts are filling it now. We need to go downfield, take some more shots, let the young man shoot. As they come out 4 wide, 3 wide, 2 tight end in motion from the right to the left. Roberts takes the quick steps. He takes a shot. He's got him in wide open out there in the flats, and he hits him over the middle for a 20-yard reception to A.J. Bain. He just a little deep out there, a little 8 to 10-yard out. Beat the defender, covered him. It looks like a linebacker. No, that was a corner covering him. He just flat out superior route running there, and he's letting them hear it as this crowd's starting to get a little pumped up. Crowd's getting a little antsy, wanting some points. They need to get fed here. Roberts, he hands it to his running back up the middle, who's bumbling, and Butler with the 11-yard rush, bruising this defense. As he says, "Keep feeding me, guys." That was the 3rd rush of his for 29 yards. And he's just getting points up there, getting yards up the field every time he touches the ball. As Roberts takes a quick shot, he dumps it over the middle for a 4-yard gain to Patrick Blake. And this is one of Notre Dame's first really big games that they've played after relegation, joining the ACC. There were a couple conferences that wanted them. The Big Ten wanted them. The Big 12 wanted them really bad. And the ACC wanted them, and they ended up joining the ACC, and they are proving that they are going to be tough to compete as Butler takes the counter. And he's still on his feet as he got hit and spun around and did a whirly-woo and landed on his elbow, but it was not his elbow. He kept the ball and his points off the field, and he turns around and gets another yard or 2 for the first down. As Georgia Tech comes out in that little up-back formation they have, as it fakes play action to Butler, dumps it off to Butler. Sorry, that was not Butler. That was Benson. They just fooled me there. But the 8-yard reception there by Benson. And look at this. Noah Roberts is now 9 for 9. And I probably just jinxed him, and he's going to throw an interception. As they come out 5 wide, empty set, little quick screen to the receiver. And again, I hate those plays as Savoy catches it, turns, and gets tackled for a 2-yard loss. No one's fault. Great play. That's what was dialed up by the coach. As he turns, and gets hit. Big 3rd down here by Georgia Tech. 2 left, 2 wide right, or 2 deep in the halfback. He's got a halfback going down the right sideline. Oh, Roberts, you had a guy on the far right sideline. It was your halfback. But instead, he gets sacked. As Roberts, the young man, makes another rookie mistake and gets sandwiched between 2 Irish. And it's 4th and 7. Under 4 minutes left to go in the half as Georgia Tech will kick the field goal, and it's up and it's good. Georgia Tech 6, Notre Dame 3. Georgia Tech is the underdog here as they are unranked, and they are leading the number 9 Fighting Irish. You see the defense there being led by the linebacking crew. They do have an interception. They're playing great. They're keeping Waller and this high-scoring Notre Dame offense in check. Notre Dame comes out 4 wide left, 1 to the right, 5 wide, empty set. Waller drops back, and it's a quarterback draw. It looked like it was a design quarterback draw. He bounces off 2 tackles, and he somehow manages to get 7 yards on the quarterback draw there, as it looked like this Tech defense was going to smash into him in the middle there. But somehow the blocking picked up at the last second, and he falls forward for 7 yards. Out in the tight formation, tight end in motion from the right to the left, and it's a pitch again. One of those pitches, Ross has blockers this time as he heads outfield, and he gets 5 yards on the toss. And that was a big first down for Notre Dame. We're at 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. And somebody's got to get some points going here, as both of these teams are feeling each other out. Ross, he hands it off to Ross on the delayed handoff, and Ross is just falling forward, fighting for every yard he gets on the 8-yard rush at the middle.
That makes it 2nd and 2.
Notre Dame is driving here. 5 wide, 4 wide, delayed handoff, and this one, yeah, that's Ross again. 5 wide or 4 wide, sorry. As Ross gets forward for the 3-yard rush for the first down, as he hits over 20 yards in the half now. Notre Dame comes out. We're approaching 2.5 minutes now in the half. Notre Dame comes out. The option, he keeps, and he falls forward for a 2-yard rush on the option keeper. I mean, you could say maybe he should have pitched it, but it would have got bottled up too. That was just not a good dial-up, not a good play. Notre Dame comes in the 3 bunch formation to the left. Waller hands it off to Ross, and he's going to get hit hard by the safety or corner who came streaking in. Eric Thomas came streaking in like a mad yellow jacket. And he just smacked him. And now Notre Dame is facing another. It's been the deal all game, as Notre Dame faces another big 3rd down, 3rd and 11. They run a draw to Ross up the middle for 4 yards. And that wasn't Ross. Ross was getting a breather as Robert Hill gets the delayed handoff up the middle. And it'll be 4th and 7, and the Irish will punt again as we are approaching a minute to go in the first half. And they're just going to let this clock tick, as both teams they're not running their normal offenses. Georgia Tech usually takes more shots in this, and Waller and Notre Dame usually take more shots also. Notre Dame is one of the top offenses in the league right now. And pick the punts up, and he tries to coffin corner it. Looks like it lands somewhere around the 15. We'll see in a minute here. Did you see what I was just talking about? Both offenses are right around 100 yards. As Georgia Tech has a little over a minute left. Come out 5 wide here. Maybe they're going to take some shots like we were just talking about. He takes a shot deep downfield. He's got a guy on the right sideline. We were just saying they needed to take a shot as he hits Patrick Lake down the right sideline for a 43-yard bomb. And he is now 11 of 11 and just pushed over 100 yards passing. That's what you have to let Noah Roberts do. He has the arm. He has the awareness. As he takes a quick little bounce step back, he's got a guy on the right side again. I think that was Lake again, as he hits Lake for an 11-yard reception, and they call their second timeout now with 54 seconds left to go. And this has the crowd going here as they try to get some points on the board before the end of the half. Come out 4 wide, 3 left, 1 right. Roberts takes a quick little bunny hop back, takes another shot downfield, and he's got a guy wide open on the 5. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. That was what Georgia Tech needs to do, as Roberts is 13 of 13 for 157 and now a touchdown. And that's what this Georgia Tech offense has to do, as they're about to go up 2 scores, 10 points. And the kick's up, and they are up 13-3. As that was what, 3 plays, starting on their own 17-yard line. Welcome to the league, Noah Roberts. You are legit, sir, and I am looking forward to seeing what you do in your college career. Sorry, Roberts took all the juice I had. I had to get a drink of water after that, man. That was an exciting 3 plays, an exciting drive there. As you can see, the 3-headed beast for Notre Dame here. They're not doing horrible, but they're not doing great. Ross is shaping up to have another low rushing game here as Notre Dame comes out with 46 seconds left in the half. Can they respond? With 5 wide and Waller's taking off to the right. He's got no one in front of him. He breaks past the first tackle and gets shoestring after meeting the first defender, and he gets a 6-yard gain. As the clock's ticking, it doesn't look like Notre Dame's going to hurry up and try to score here. They come out 4 wide, 3 left, 1 right. 20 seconds left. They don't have to snap this ball to end the half. It looks like they're content with that. You got to figure they would have tried to take some shots downfield to get on the board, at least another field goal before the half. I guess they did not feel it. As they snap the ball with 2 seconds and take a quick little curl route. And he drops it anyway. That was a completely useless drive. As we are at halftime, and Noah Roberts and the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets are leading 13-3. This is a shock. As you see the team on the field going into the tunnel at halftime, this is a shock as Georgia Tech. Whoa, what's up with this headset there? As Georgia Tech is leading, this is a great upset so far. Let's see if they can keep pushing it on, putting it on the Irish here in the second half. As that's what you got to do. And Noah Roberts and the Yellow Jackets will get the kickoff here, go down the field and get some points and get up on this team big and make Waller and Notre Dame have to take some shots downfield, and you can defend it easier. They come out in their normal, usual formation. He dumps it over the middle and gets smacked out of his hands, and that will be Roberts' first incomplete pass. As he tries a little dump off over the middle to the halfback, the ball just gets smacked out of his hands. Notre Dame, as you see, they got rid of that three defensive line front, and they're putting 4 on the line now as they're going to come after Roberts. They blitz right here fast. They luckily had a release guy over the middle. He dumps it off to Butler for an 8-yard reception. Pretty impressive, 14 of 15 for 165 yards and a touchdown. The Yellow Jackets are driving down the field again. It's going to be 3rd and 2. Not a big first down, but they need to get it as he dumps over the middle. Oh, he had a guy wide open over the middle, and Notre Dame just collision coursed him and took the ball out of his hand. That's one of those. He'll be looking and hearing footsteps the rest of the game after that hit. Notre Dame gets the punt and runs to the left side and meets the defenders of Georgia Tech. Robert Hill gets a 7-yard return here on the punt. Georgia Tech comes out. Yeah, a lot of guys on the line. They're trying to force Notre Dame to take some shots, but Ross with a big run up the middle off the right side for a 13-yard rush. And maybe this is what Notre Dame needs to do. Maybe Notre Dame needs to take the pressure off of Waller. But here they come out 5 wide again. Let's hope this isn't the quarterback draw again. Waller's getting blitzed. He's getting scream blitzed up the middle. Safety blitz. Lordy, he came screaming up the middle on a safety blitz. And Waller, who had 5 wide, could have taken a shot there, but he had no time to take care of it. As they pitch, he pitches it to Ross on the option, and Ross gets a -1 yard gain. As Georgia Tech's defense, where the hell have these guys been, man? As they just came streaking in. The corner had a chance there to catch the pitch for a big play, possibly an interception. Waller takes the delayed handoff up the middle, and Ross gets 3 of those yards back as it will now be 4th and 8.
That makes it 4th and 8.
Notre Dame is going to punt it away. 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Punt is up, and it is floating in the air. Fair catch is called, but it'll be out the back of the end zone. As Georgia Tech, another successful defensive campaign. If you haven't already, go hit the subscribe button, go hit the like button, go hit the comments. Make everything happen for this league, guys. It is blowing up fast, and if you want to be here on the ground floor as Roberts fumbles. He had the pitch guy. Looks like he thought about pitching, but pulled it back into his pocket to keep the ball himself and gets hit right in the belly. As you can see his arm there, he looked like he was thinking about pitching, but he kept it to himself, and big turnover by Notre Dame. And maybe they're in business here. Let's see if the Irish can score here and capitalize on the turnover, the mistake by the young guy, and get some points on this board that matter. Ends it off to Ross, gets hit at the line again, falls somehow. Jimmy Jacks forward for a 4-yard gain, and it will be 2nd and 6 for the Irish deep in enemy territory. They come out 3 wide, 2 tight. Ross in the backfield. Delayed handoff to Ross off the left side. His blocking was there. He gets a good run there. It's going to now be 3rd and 1 for the Irish. Pete Carter of Georgia Tech now has 6 tackles. Then on the play, Georgia Tech comes out in their dime formation, nickel formation, and they're blitzing again up the middle as Waller hits the guy on the quick out there for a 5-yard gain. Butler catches his 2nd of the game, and we're in business here as Notre Dame gets 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. 3 wide, 1 back. The little counter play to Ross. He's going to go untouched from 8 yards out. They say it's 10, but whatever. Martin Ross untouched on the shotgun counter play to the left. And the Irish are back in this game. And we have a game now, boys and girls. Look at that blocking downfield, and no one's just fast enough to get over there to stop him. As Ross is on some draft boards also, but he's not as, he might be more of a 3rd down style back going into the draft. As Notre Dame has inched here within 3 points, Georgia Tech's got to go downfield and take some shots again as the kickoff is up. And the draft being said, like I said, we are building the mod, but we have some very capable, very professional guys that have came in, and they're going to build the mod and the uniforms. And all I'll say is, to give you a clue, the guy that's doing the uniforms, he's pretty drippy. That's all I'll say. As Georgia Tech comes out and they hand it to the big 43 up the gut as Butler just bumbles and rumbles again for another 12-yard gain, as both running backs are around 50 yards an hour. And Georgia Tech, maybe they take some, if I'm Georgia Tech's coach, I'm going to take some time off this clock here and go down the field and score, make it a 10-point game again. As he hands it to Butler up the middle again. Butler's got some good ball carrier vision there. See, the initial hole was not there. He bounced it out to the outside and got what he could for a 4-yard gain. But right now, we currently have a handful of owners that will be in the league. They're working with the guys to get their teams built, their uniforms built. And it's looking like that first initial draft as Roberts keeps the ball and rolls outside and gets smacked after a 3-yard rush. Watch this replay. Hello, Roberts. Boom! Lays that left shoulder into him and flips him over back to the line of scrimmage. But if you're interested in being an owner in the league, comment down in the comment section, DM us, get in the Discord, go to the website. The link's on the YouTube page, and try to get in this league. As he pitches to the left, Roberts pitches to the left side, and the running back gets to the outside and gets a 3-yard rush somehow. As it is going to be 4th and inches. Are they going to go for it? No, they're going to punt it as we're approaching 3.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. And like I was saying, if you haven't, go hit the like button, subscribe, follow. We've got 1 million socials. League's legit, guys. We have real professional guys building everything. We have great graphics guys, great mod guys. Once the pro league hits, it's going to be something completely different. And then we're on year 2 of college right now. Once the new college game comes out, year 3 guys be exclusively on the as Ross, Jimmy, he's shimmying, shaking over there for a 15-yard rush off that left side for Notre Dame, and he's all of a sudden got 72 yards here on the ground. But it all starts with the college guys, right? So if you want to join year 3 for the college, come in the Discord. You will not be able to play until year 3, but come in Discord, watch, learn the league, learn the players, learn the user submitted guys, see where you want to go. Help make your team as Waller takes a shot downfield up the middle, and it's going to be another 11-yard gain for a first down. As Notre Dame is now driving down the field, and they could take the lead here if they get down the field and score. But all the players, we'll start talking about that. We're gonna have we're gonna bring back the podcast here once we hit about mid-season. Once we hit about mid-season, start talking about the draft boards and what everybody looks like for the first and second year guys. As Waller and the Irish with an ugly play out to Jensen. Not quite a screen, but not quite a play either. It's a 0 net gain. It'll be 2nd and 10. Waller, for all these passes he's completed, he's only got 84 yards passing. Kind of like that ugly Michigan win. Burt Bean only had about 85, 83 yards passing in the day. But they won again. As Ross, that wasn't Ross, that was Robert Hill again. He couldn't get past the linebacker that met him in the backfield, and Finley gets a big sack for a loss, or a big tackle for a loss. As Hill's met in the backfield and just gets smacked. It's going to be another big 3rd down and 13 play here for the Irish. Not 5 wide, 3rd and 14, around midfield. Waller is going to get sacked off the defensive end. No one touched him. You cannot let Brandon Mack come off the right side untouched. As Waller gets up and can't believe it. Untouched. Jeez. Full head of steam, untouched. Head in the shoulder, helmet right in the chest. That was a huge play by Georgia Tech's defense as they hold them to another punt as it's 4th and 20, man. Tech takes the punt, runs straight into the first guy he sees, tries to prove his manhood, and gets a 9-yard return. As Noah Roberts in the Georgia Tech offense takes the field again from around the 26.5-yard line. Hands it off to Butler up the middle again. Pushes that first. He just smacks, throat punches that first defender. Get out of my way. Falls forward for another big gain. That's something I noticed on Butler. I need to check and see if Butler's a second-year guy because he's looking like he could be a good fullback or a big bruising halfback here for our draft. As they delay handoff to him again on cue, and he just runs forward. And oh, did he fumble? No, he didn't. Big 8-yard rush hit. What's his average? Yeah, he's averaging 8.4 yards a carry right now. As Butler and this defense are just taking it to Notre Dame as they're back in that 3-down lineman formation, which is great for Butler and Georgia Tech. They hand it to, that time he gets smacked. As big Nate Jackson, deep right defensive end, comes in and read that play perfectly. Roberts he didn't keep it. He gave it to the halfback Butler's. Butler's breathing pretty heavy back there right now. You see that head bobbing. As Roberts keeps it, he's got room out to the left side. He spins off the first tackle, gets past the second tackle. He rolls forward for a great play on the quarterback keeper on the option for a 12-yard gain. And Georgia Tech's going to have 3rd and inches here as they're on the other side of the 50. Barely, but they're on the other side of the 50 as Butler's taking a breather here. Roberts takes a quick snap. He's not moving. He's got a guy on the right side, and it's knocked out of his hands by Terrence Wright. Good play on the defense there by the linebacker. And ooh, Georgia Tech's coming out 4th and inches, basically call it the 50-yard line. As Butler's still taking a breather. They ran him 4 or 5 times in a row there. As he rolls to the right, he's got time. He's got a sack as Noah Roberts gets sacked for a 9-yard loss. Big defensive play by Notre Dame. He rolled to that right side, and as you can see there, nothing's open. He started to cock it to try to hit that guy coming from the right to the left. Over the middle, it would have been a big bomb, a big gamble, but it basically would have been a punt if it got intercepted or a touchdown if it got caught. As now the Irish are in business again on the right side of the 50. Around the 42-yard line of Georgia Tech. Waller takes the snap. He's going to get hit in the backfield as Waller gets sacked for a 6-yard loss. And it's Finley again. Derek Finley. Big play as that was his 8th tackle of the game. Big sack as you see him coming in from that right outside linebacker spot. Hits Waller in the backfield. Waller tries to keep his bearings and he just couldn't stay up and he falls down for the sack. As it's going to now be 2nd and 16. Put your fingers up, put your hands up, put your whatever you got up. As it is the 4th quarter here. In what has been a brutal physical defensive battle in week 4 of football rivals. 13-10. Notre Dame, number 9 team in the nation, first year in the ACC here in Football Rivals League. After the relegation, about 5 wide, 2nd and 16. Waller takes a snap, drops back, hits a guy over the middle. Take the easy play to Ross for a 12-yard reception. And you say the easy play, but anytime Ross gets the ball, as that was his first reception for 12 yards, anytime Ross gets the ball, you never know what's going to happen. He's just plowing through guys today. The Irish come out 5 wide on 3rd and 4 here. Waller takes a step back. He's got blocks. He's taking a shot down the right side, and he's not got it. As he climbed the ladder to get that pass, and it hits him in the hands, but the Tech defense knocks the ball out. As we're going to see about a 53-yard field goal attempt here. Kicks up, and it's a tie ball game. 13-all. And we are right back to where we started from at the beginning of the game. As we have a tie ball game, might as well be zip-zip the way these defenses are playing. Kick is off, kick is up. And he's not going to return it. Thought about it for a minute, then took the knee. Come on, Georgia Tech. Give us some offense like you did right before the end of the first half where Roberts just takes some shots. Robert is a deep shot, big play quarterback. And they are keeping him reined in here. I don't know why they won't take the shots. They motion another option play. Roberts has got blocks downfield. He doesn't pitch it, but he gets a 4-yard gain. Good play. Bleed some clock, get downfield. As that was his 11th rush. With the sacks, it takes the yards away, but that was his 11th rush for 1 yard. 4 wide. Delayed handoff to Butler again, and Butler's just bouncing off guys like always. Gets the first down. You know, Roberts is glad Butler's back in. I don't know if he had a little foot injury over on the sideline before the end of the 3rd, or if he was just getting a breather, but he was out for about 3 or 4 plays last time. As they play action to Butler. Lefty takes a shot downfield. He's got a guy wide open. Oh my God, that has got to be a busted coverage as A.J. Bain and Noah Roberts connect on the 65-yard bomb. No one's covering him. You can see the view that Roberts saw right there. You know he's saying to himself, don't miss, don't miss, don't miss. And that's a big play by Bain, who's been big all game. And that's what we were talking about. That's the play style that Roberts has. And you have to uncage the guy and let him take some shots. As they are back up by a touchdown now. 20-13 with 6 minutes and 43 seconds left to go in the game. Georgia Tech, where have you been all my life, man? As they are leading the Irish, leading the number 9 team in the country, as that kickoff will be a touchback. And Notre Dame's pumped here. Notre Dame is pumped as Waller in this offense takes the field again. I don't know why they're pumped. They haven't done anything all game. Maybe they're going to let them take some shots too. Come out in that bunch formation to the right. Waller's going to take off. He's got a little bit of field, and he gets shoestring tackled again. 3-yard run. He's getting frustrated now. Letting somebody have it there. It's 2nd and 7. Approaching 6 minutes left in the game. Notre Dame's got to get some points here, guys. 4 wide, halfback, motion to the left, and Waller, a little RPO action as he one-hands it. Look at that catch. Jensen one-handed it down low in the breadbasket for a first down. As Waller has now approached 106 yards, finally over 100 yards. That last pass put Roberts over 250 on the game. These quarterbacks are finally starting to open it up. 6 minutes to go. Waller, same formation, same play this time. They handed off on the sweep, and that was a moronic play as Marshall Butler gets a yard loss on the play. That was just a bad play call, guys. You need to take that, light that playbook up, light that play, and throw it in the garbage. Quit running that play. Come out 2 wide, 2 tight, tight end formation from left to right, motion from left to right. Motion back to the left. It looks like they were setting up something over to the left side, but he hits a guy over the middle. Is it Hairston for an 11-yard reception? And Hairston has been a big part of this offense today. You got to figure him and Jensen, I believe. They need to get them more involved. Take some shots downfield in like the 8 to 12-yard range like that. As it's 3rd and inches, they have to. Oh, a quick little wide receiver. That was dangerous. As that is Jensen with a 1-yard loss on the play. And is Notre Dame going to go for it here on 4th and 1? That was just a bad play call. Should have ran something just up the gut and got the first down. As Notre Dame, this could be the game here. As Notre Dame comes out 4th and 1, tight formation, 2 wide right. As that receiver on the far right is even. As they hand it to Ross, Ross is going to fall forward for a first down. And that's a big play by Notre Dame. As somehow Martin Ross fell forward for a 2-yard gain in the first down. Now the Irish, approaching 4.5 minutes left to go in the game, has got to get something downfield here. Motion left to right, tight end. Taking their sweet time, snapping the ball. They're going to hand it to Ross up the middle, and he's got kind of a power dive formation off tackle play going for a 4-yard rush. And he's got 78 yards on the game, on the ground. Notre Dame seems content to try to bleed this clock out and get downfield and tie this as they run an option. Waller's got room. They took the option guy, and he gets. I don't know what just happened right there, but it's gonna be 3rd and 1. Ran this little speed option to the right side. Pitch guy got covered up. Waller got the yards, and it's 3rd and 1 here. 2 H-backs behind him. Waller's got all day. Takes a shot downfield, and the receiver drops the ball again. Great play by Georgia Tech's defense as the receiver, the ball hit him in the hands, and he got smacked immediately, which didn't let him recover. And here's another big 4th down. As it's 4th and 1, Notre Dame comes out, takes his shotgun. Waller's going to run forward. Oh, and he's grabbed from behind. Great defensive play. Oh, my God. Look at this replay. As number 54, Adams, Waller had the first down. He was taken off, and Adams grabs him from behind and says, "Get over here." And he takes him down. That could very well be the defensive play of the game as he's getting love and handshakes all around. And now with 3.5 minutes left to go in the game, Georgia Tech and Noah Roberts need to make 0 mistakes on this drive, and they have to get about 4 first downs to kill this game as they run a speed sweep with Savoy off to the left side, and he is jacked off the ground by Nate Jackson. That was a great unintentional pun there, but he got jacked by Jackson off the left side for a big 2-yard loss, and that is not a good way to start this drive as Notre Dame is not using their timeouts yet. 3 wide left, 1 left, 3 wide right, 1 left. They're going to let this clock tick down now as Georgia Tech is bleeding the clock like we said. Going to let it go down all the way to like 2 or 3 seconds and snap the ball. Little delayed handoff to Butler, and that is not the way, guys, as Trey Butler gets hit in the backfield by Vancey with the very visual illustrated celebration. And now, this is not where you want to be with Roberts and Georgia Tech at 3rd and 19. Big third down play, big yards to go. Tight end goes in motion from right to left, 4 wide. We're gonna bleed this clock down again. I can't believe Notre Dame didn't call a timeout there with 3rd and 19. But I guess they're using all of them for when they're on offense, because the way they are bleeding right now, the way they are playing, they are stopping this tech. And it looks like they set up a screen. They hit Butler on the screen. And we all know how I feel about these plays, as there's the first timeout with 2:10 left in the game. And Noah Robertson, the Tech Yellow Jackets, fall short. And it will be 4th and 15. Pre-punt. Punt is up. He's got blockers off to the right side. He runs to the left side, of course, and gets an 11-yard return. Good return. You see, Ross might be the way. They've got 2 minutes and 1 second left. That's plenty of time to still run the ball and pass the ball. Ross's came into it here in the end of the game, the late portion of the game. Ross, still have your whole playbook open here, but they've got to take some shots. They've not really taken any shots all game. They play action to Ross and then turn around and hit him on a screen, and he's got blockers, and he's taking off down the right side of the field, and he breaks the tackle again. No one's going to catch Ross as he's going down the sideline. Number 71's trying to catch him, and he gets him, and he breaks through another touchdown. Touchdown, Notre Dame. And that was a huge play by Martin Ross, as that was a huge play by Clay Waller. I eat my words. I apologize. As the screen, or not even a screen, I don't know what the hell that was, but that was a great play by Notre Dame. Where has that been all game? As Notre Dame and the Fighting Irish finally get a touchdown on a big play. As I still can't believe what we just saw, ladies and gentlemen. Minute and 48 seconds left in the game. As the tying... Oh my God. Ooh, I'm out of breath here. As Notre Dame and the Fighting Irish tie it back up 20-all. And Noah Roberts and the Georgia Tech offense will get the ball again with $1:48 left in the game. And they take the ball downfield and score as the kickoff is up for a touchback. And this is the fun excitement we have here at Football Rivals, College Edition. Come join us. Come join the Discord. Come make a player. Get ready to be an AD. That's right. When the new game comes out, we will have ADs to help organize and run the college teams. As Robert has all day to throw. Dumps it off in his check down guy over the middle, and he fumbles forward for about a 10 or 12-yard gain. And it will be first down. That was a 13-yard gain, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. Come get involved as a coach, as a player here for the college series, and then go make history in the Pro League. Pro League will be unlike anything you've ever seen before in any esports simulation league. Payouts will be immense. Prestige will be immense. It's hard to believe. When you hear us talk about it, you won't believe how great this league is. And we owe it all to you guys. Support's great as we are just continuing to grow daily. Roberts takes the snap, 2nd and 8. He's got time. He dumps it off over the middle, and he's going to get smacked. Benson gets smacked after a 1-yard gain. Little tight end delay. He was blocking. Release to try to help his quarterback out. Maybe float yourself a little deeper to try to get more yards after the catch there. But regardless, we are at 50 seconds left in the game, and Georgia Tech doesn't seem to be in a hurry here. Butler is breathing heavy back there. He's got to get his stamina up, guys. Yep, Tech seems to be content with letting this go into overtime here. As what a way to end the week, with our last game of the week going into overtime, if that's the case. As he snaps it, he hits the dump-off guy. He hits Butler over there, who drops it. And it's going to be 4th and 7 with 22 seconds left to go in the half, in the game. Jeez. As the punter is waiting the snap. And he boots it. It's going to be a touchback. Gotta assume Notre Dame's either going to just take a shot downfield, or we are headed to overtime here. Waller and the Irish come out 3 wide, 1 tight. Waller's got time. He dumps it off, and they're just content to go into overtime as Ross gets waylaid out there. And they do call a timeout, so maybe they're going to take a shot here. Big Dan McConnell laid the wood for Ross out there on that right side of the defense. Waller takes a step back, cocks it to the right side, takes a shot, and he does hit a guy, but he didn't get his feet down. And it's gonna be 3rd and 9 with 5 seconds left in the game. Waller takes the snap, cocks it, takes a rainbow shot down the. No one's there. I don't know who Waller was throwing to, and just like that, we are going to overtime here. Nothing is better than a good college overtime game. I love college overtime rules, and here we go. Here we go. Waller and the Irish get the ball first. Snap he's got all day as he takes a shot, and he's got a guy over the middle wide open. Butler's wide open over the middle. First play of overtime, 25-yard pass for the touchdown, and the Irish are up. That was a huge play as Notre Dame steps up. Where's that been all game? As Notre Dame steps up and takes a shot on 1st and 10 in overtime. 25 yards up the middle to Butler from Waller. Touchdown Irish. And let's see what Noah Roberts and this home crowd can do. That silenced them up a little bit, but they're trying to get pumped up here for Roberts in the Yellow Jacket offense. Roberts takes the snap. He's going to take a shot, it looks like, as he floats it to the left side. He's got a guy deep, and a Patrick Lake coming in clutch again on a big 21-yard reception, I should say. As Roberts there floats it perfectly on the dot, on the dime, to the sideline. As Lake's had a pretty big game there. That was a big play. As they're in business now. Look at these offenses. At halftime, they only had 100 yards. Now we're pushing 400. One's at 308 and one's at 338. Roberts takes the snap. He's got all day. He throws it away out the back of the end zone. Kind of uncharacteristic of Roberts. You would have figured he would have ran. He had kind of an open field off to that right tackle. Come out 3 wide right. Nothing to the left. Little play action, a little delayed handoff to Butler, and he falls forward for a touchdown. And overtime football here. We have a 27-26 game as Georgia Tech has tied it essentially with the extra point. And then they will get the ball again in the second overtime. And it's up and it's good. And we are, as these teams have been pretty much all game, knotted up. 0-0 basically, 27 all, as we will go into second overtime here with the number 9 Notre Dame Fighting Irish taking on the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Switch sides of the field. 5 wide for the Jackets. Roberts takes a snap, little quick drop. He's got time, and he's going to get hit. Big hit there. Lucky it wasn't a fumble. Lucky it wasn't intercepted as he got hit as he was throwing it. The ball just kind of floated up in the air there by the defender's face. Luckily for them, he didn't have the awareness to grab it. As they come out 3 wide right, Roberts on a quick nasty pass there. Bad decision. As good as Roberts has looked all game, he looks the complete opposite and looks that bad on this drive. They come out 3 wide right. Drops off, takes a shot over the middle, and that's a... Oh, my God. That was a touchdown. That was a dart as he had a guy up the middle in his hands wide open. You got to catch that young man as the field goal is up. And with a touchdown, Notre Dame can end this now as it's 30-27. Waller in this essentially late hot offense is coming out on the field here. Georgia Tech's defense has to step up and play like they've been playing all game. Notre Dame takes the snap, dumps it over the middle. They know they just have to get a touchdown. They know they have that safety of tying it up with the field goal if they fail. But it looks like they're content with just trying to, take little bites, take little chunks, and get upfield and seeing if they can take an open shot. Two H-backs in the backfield. They're going to run an option. He pitches it to the right, and he gets swallowed up in the backfield for a 3-yard loss, and it's going to be 3rd and 9. This poor Robert Hill has been running uphill all game and has not gotten any yards. That was his 4th carry for, I think it said, still -1 yards. Now it's a big 3rd down and 9 as they run a little tunnel screen to the left side, and he's got the blocks, and he falls forward for a 10-yard, and it's James Hairston. He's got the first down. And Notre Dame is in business, and I'm losing my voice. Let's go. Notre Dame, first down. Let's see if they can get the touchdown to put this game down. As Ross is in the backfield, 4 wide. They play action to Ross. He keeps it, and Waller falls forward for a 0-yard gain. And it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Fighting Irish. Sorry, I didn't mute there as I sniffed because this game's so exciting. We come out 2 wide left. Keeps the pitch. He keeps it. Waller's running the left side. He's got blockers, and he hits the left side for a 7-yard rush.
That makes it 3rd and 3.
Notre Dame comes out 4 wide, 3rd and 3. He's got blockers as Ross takes it, and he gets smacked up the middle of the field as the safety came streaking in on the right side. That's the strong safety this time, not the other free safety. Say that in reverse, but this time it was the other safety, and they step up. They're gonna make Notre Dame try to tie it here. Kick is up, and we're tied again, 30-all, as we go into the 3rd overtime, and Notre Dame will flip sides of the field, and they will get the ball right back. If you're enjoying this intense, crazy action, come join Football Rivals. Come make a player. Come get in on the action as Waller and the Irish come out 4 wide, 5 wide total, 4 left, and Waller has nowhere to go as they ruled him throwing the forward motion as that goes incomplete. He was falling to the ground as he let it go, and it's 2nd and 10 here. They come out 4 wide. Takes the snap. He's got to go over the middle. Waller had some guys over the middle, and he tries to pinball, and he gets sacked for a 5-yard loss. And Quentin Butler in this defense, they've been hot all game. His 60 there hits him initially. He bounces off. Waller rolls off his block, spins off his block, comes around, and just smacks him in the face. And now it's 3rd and 15 for the Irish. You got to think they want a touchdown here to help put this away. The field goal just keeps them in the game, keeps the Georgia Tech. He takes a shot downfield. It's interception. It's intercepted, and that's a big play by Georgia Tech's defense. All they need to do is kick a field goal now as Waller, as you can see, in tears. He is PO'd at himself as he had the guy. If he would have led him a little more up in the air into the left shoulder, that would have been a big play. But instead, he let him float on him, and Georgia Tech takes advantage of it, gets the interception, and now all Noah Roberts has to do is not screw up. That's all he has to do. They just have to run the play, 2 or 3 plays. As he takes a shot, he hits the guy to the left side. It looks like it was A.J. Bain again. 10-yard reception, and that's Bain with 100 yards receiving on the day now. And Noah Roberts said they're in business. They're down to the 15-yard line. You got to think, why don't they just take the field goal here? But it looks like they're wanting to teach Notre Dame a lesson. He pump fakes to the right, goes to the right. He's going to fall forward. Savoy gets 3 yards on the little dump off. And this crowd is excited. This crowd's feeling it, man. And so are we. I'm losing my voice. This is exciting as you saw. He's 21-29 now. And Roberts is showing why he is one of the best young recruits to come through here. As he play action, so he keeps it. The option to the left. Roberts is fighting. He's stiff arming, and he gets an 8-yard rush off to the left side as he pulls the ball, keeps it on the option, and Means makes the tackle. First and goal from the 4-yard line. Georgia Tech is wanting to say, we don't like you. We're here to make sure you're ACC. First game against us. As Butler gets the ball and he gets hit at the line and crumples to the ground. And everyone's just biting their tongue, pulling their hair every play that Georgia Tech runs the ball now, because all they need is a field goal to win this. But they are trying. They're out for blood, and they're trying to prove that they're the better team here against the number 9 team in the nation. They're saying, hey, we beat some big games. As Roberts keeps it to the right side of his fall forward. He doesn't get in, but he gets a 3-yard rush, and it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 1. Yes, from the 1-yard line. Georgia Tech's, coming out in a big set. They're going to jam it down your throat here as they give it to the big fullback, Tim Parker, touchdown. Georgia Tech has just won this game. This was a big statement game. This was a big statement play by Noah Roberts, and this defense has been stout all game. Noah Roberts in this offense took some shots when needed, got down the field and won, and this was an amazing game. As you see the offensive production there, Ross had the offense he needed, but this game was won and beat and played by Noah Roberts, 21 of 29, 282, 2 touchdowns, 13 carries for 12 yards, all of which were mainly on that last drive. But this was a great game. Thank you for watching Football Rivals. This was the end of the week game. 36-30. You got to think Georgia Tech's going to be in the top 25 now after this big win. This has been Football Rivals. Go subscribe, go like, go put some comments down. Join as an owner, join as a player. I've been commissioner back, as you see the shot there to AJ Bain. Join the league. Football Rivals. Peace.